Hey, what's up, boys and girls? Just doing my final video for the Styrene Junkie contest here. As you can see, I got my lucky hat on. Anyway, I'm going to make this kind of short so I can get into the details and try not to make this video extremely long. But, yeah, I'm pretty much going with what I got. Just calling all in, sliding it to the center of the table. Hopefully this is either going to make people laugh because I built this for a contest, or it's going to make some people up their game, push themselves a little harder, maybe get a little better builds out of them. It doesn't matter to me if you laugh. I'm cool with that. If you've seen me in Hangouts, I like to make fun of people, and I like to laugh, I like to have fun, have a good time, which is exactly what I had with this build. But again, I just want to thank Styrene Junkie for putting this on. I'm really happy with the way this thing turned out. It's definitely pushed me to my limits, so to speak. I think this is kind of where my skill level is right now. If it's good enough, it's good enough. If it's not, then hey, I tried. I had fun doing it. But hopefully this thing's good enough to get me some prizes. But yeah, I'll get the camera turned around here and I'll be right back in a minute. Alright, boys and girls, I'm back. Give her a quick little turn here, and then I'll go into the details. I really need to get me a Lazy Susan or a motorized spinner for this thing. Alright, here we go. Now, if you're wondering why I called it suicide, well, the front end sits out in front of the chassis. They call that a suicide. What is it? Suicide axle or something like that, I think they call it. Then, you know, I changed it from, changed the steering around on it from a left-hand drive to a right-hand drive, and I put the screen in the bottom. And then it's kind of like rat rods, you know, if you didn't build it, you don't want to ride in it. So when this thing's screaming from red light to red light at about 600 mile an hour, would you rather do that or just commit suicide? But anyway, I got this off of that. Got the headlights, not sure where they came from. I think maybe like a 32 Ford or something. The shocks and the shock towers and the headlight mounts, I think they came from the 32 Ford. The front axle came from the 32 Ford. I was actually going to use the one out of the 29 Ford rat rod kit here, but I decided not to. I didn't like the way it looked, so I changed it over to this one. This one just had some more detail in it. I ran brake lines, disc brakes. I do not know where they came from. The front tires and wheels, the back tires and wheels, the engine, rear end came from the Chi-Town Hustler, and the body and the bed and the grill housing came from the 1929 Ford kit. I put those teeth in there because I said I wanted it to look like it can make little kids pee their pants, so I figured that was a nice little scary touch. And I painted the headlights red, just kind of give it that airy look. My steering is all hooked up and complete and built from parts and aluminum tubing and all that. See the see it all in there, and actually he's hooked up there and runs back. Behind there you can see my steering box and all that sitting right in there. So I think that's pretty much it for the front end. Oh, and then I did run my drag links. If get them in there where you can see them right there. And my drag links off the suspension, or off the front axle back. My headers, I scratch built those. Scratch built my header flanges that you can kind of see right in there. Got it all wired. Scratch built dipstick in there. You can see the fuel line coming up, going into the fuel block, the blue line right there. Got name of the car painted on the blower belt. You can still kind of see it through the weathering. My radiator hoses. You can kind of see my oil filter down in there. And my headers are the same on this side as they are the other side. I got them painted black inside there. The hood emblem, I don't know what it came from, but I put it on there. I just thought it would look alright on there. The seats, I got this idea from Model Mine 72. Took me a while to figure out what it was, but it's actually paper clips. He did his a little different than I did mine, but they're just plastic, the plastic paper clips. You can kind of see the shape. I'm sure you're like, oh yeah, that's what they're made out of. But the bottom is just styrene flat sheets, and then I put my doors opened up here. You know, I put my signs in there on the doors, and then I got the one in the back there. I got my screen floor pan in there. You can actually see right through it. I think that would probably be the scariest part of the ride, being able to see the road go by at 600 miles an hour. Y'all are going to think I'm retarded. The shifter is a piece of aluminum tubing, and I can get it to focus on it. That is a wrench. I think it come from, I think it's a 1934 Ford Lindbergh kit. It has some little tools and stuff in there. Got my gauges put on there. Did a little rusting on the dash, matched the outside of the body and all the inside there. You can see my frame back in there still, with or my chassis with the hose drilled in it. Wheels and tires from the Chi-Town Hustler, again in the back. I got them all sanded and weathered kind of, and all that good crap. On the back here, got my tag, my tail lights and stuff mounted here, and then he's showing you what he's got there, what he's made of. That's right, he's got a set of big ones. And the tailgate comes open, tonneau cover, which I scratch built, opens up. Got my hinges that I've made, radiator, electric fan, the hoses come back. I got this toolbox that I've fashioned into a fuel tank, and I got my gas cap on there. I'm not even sure where it came from. I know it's a Ford though, because it's got the V8 emblem on it. All nice and rusty in there and all that. Let me get this stuff closed up and I'll show you what we got going on and underneath here. I don't know, man, so I can give you a look at what it would It's just a crazy look. If you were driving that, it's just wild. Sticker on its side here. Now, you can see the brake lines coming over. I got disc brakes in the back. They're running into the T-block right in there. And they run over into the frame, just again to give it that clean look. Fuel line, the same blue that you see up front coming over, going into the frame. The drive shaft's aluminum drive shaft. There's the radiator hoses running back and up to the engine. Transmission mount, scratch built, and then my motor mounts. And then we get up into the front end again. So yeah, that's pretty much the whole build there. Like I say, I'm real happy with the way it turned out. I had a lot of fun. Let my imagination get a little carried away, which is not necessarily a bad thing, because I think it turned out just awesome. I'm extremely happy with it. I just hope it's good enough to get me a few prizes. I've seen some guys' builds, and I'm pretty happy with what I'm seeing. I can't wait till it's all done and we get all the videos in and get to see all the everybody's builds and stuff. And then once the smoke settles and they're finished judging us and everything, we'll see how we did. But yeah, that's all I got, and I'll talk to y'all later.